Good morning, trucking junkies. As you can see, we are rolling this morning. We are headed toward Osceola to Big River Steel. I'm going to pick up 2 coils with a total weight of 46,936 pounds. And so that's going to be, so you know, they're going to be about a little under 24,000 pounds each. We got to tarp them, and they're headed to Dallas
5.1 miles ahead
for Monday. So that means we're going home this afternoon. Woohoo! Can't wait. I got a backyard to mow. The wife's back is still not feeling real good. It's feeling a lot better than it was, so that's good. But she doesn't need to be, you know, out there pushing the lawnmower. So I'm gonna mow it this afternoon. Some other stuff. Waiting for her to get home. Cannot wait. And in 2 weeks, I'm going to my Aunt Sandy's house, to the lake house, and do some 4th of July-ing. Verified that last night. All right. What is going on, State Trooper? Got your Highlander. But it was, man, it was about 11 o'clock last night before they got me up completely unloaded. It was a little bit after, actually, and then by the time I got my boards put up and got over to the Missouri state line, where there's a pretty good sized truck stop there, Mr. T's. Never been to Mr. T's. It's a pretty good sized store too. They said they've got good barbecue, but I don't know. I didn't try it. It was 11:30 before I got into bed, and probably midnight before I got to sleep. Oh, I am going to apologize right now. So when I was doing when I was picking up the slinkies this week, I took some extra footage and I put on my video that there would be a bonus video coming up this weekend. Well, the idiot that I am erased the video that I took. Yeah, because I'm a moron, and didn't realize it until the day after. However, I believe I have some bonus footage on my GoPro. I will look at it. I will look at it today, and I may go ahead and do some bonus video of the coils today. I apologize. I am so sorry, but it is what it is. So I'll still get some bonus video taken for you and get that out. And, yeah. So sorry about that. I will be a little more diligent in the future about remembering not to erase my videos that I've taken. But anyway, let's get on down to Osceola and get us a couple of coils and get our butts home. Let's go. Okay, this is the kind of stuff you get when you're traveling through the Delta of Arkansas, up here in the northeast corner. Right in the middle of town, you get these big old tractor thingies. Oh, come on. They're just going from one field to the other right in the middle of town. Gotta love it. Taking up both lanes. Lord. no getting around that thing either unless they want you to get around it. Ridiculous. Big River Steel. We've made it. And we're going down here to door 10. Our normal door. Pick up these 2 coils. Got a dock out there. I wonder if they got fishing. Bring my fishing pole next time I have to wait a while. It doesn't look like there's a big old long line today, so good. That helps. Normally you're sitting here for a good hour before you get to go in. It looks like there's one sitting there. I got one in front of me, so 3rd in line. That's not bad. Not bad at all. It looks like they've been watering the road. Let's get out of that mud. Jesus. Do like this dude did. I know they're trying to keep the dust down, but man, that stuff cakes up on your truck, and it's hard to get off. Horrible. Nasty. Ugh. Get over here and get set up. Let's go. Man, see, this stuff just gets all over. Man. Nasty. Let's get set up. We're done. Getting more efficient on my tarping. My mouth is dry, sorry. I think that took me like 20 minutes. More efficient. It's doesn't look bad, but we're done for the day. Let's go home. Ooh, man, get in here and look at the clock, man. We've only been here for an hour and a half. Man, that's good for this place. Usually you're sitting in line for a good, oh man, good 45 minutes to an hour. That's excellent. It's not even 11 o'clock yet. I didn't get here until almost 9:30. So they're making up for. They're doing me a solid this weekend. They're making up for last Friday. Get me home, you know, pretty late on a Friday night. So I appreciate that. That's for sure. Thank you, Maverick. Man, look at the tires on that thing. Man, I can't believe that that trend is coming back. We used to do that in the very late 80s, early 90s. Wide tires with no fender flares and stuff like that. I guess everything just comes back around, huh? Whew. I'm gonna have to Sunday on the way to Dallas, I'm gonna have to stop by the terminal and get this truck washed, because it's gonna be white by the time I get done trolling through all of this wet. Horrible. Oh. I'm gonna do a little talking on the way home, so stay tuned for that. Got a couple of things I need to address. Let's go. Yep. You're gonna pull out there, aren't you? Yeah, you are. That's cool. I'll slow down and try to get up this hill. But anyway, let's talk about a couple of things in the comment section. So, I had on day before yesterday's video, I had 2 comments in there that were listing porn sites. I apologize for that. I have removed them and reported them as spam. I'm sure they were bots, and there's not a lot you can do about that other than removing them and reporting them as spam. So I've done that. So hopefully that'll keep that from happening again. I doubt it though. That's the first time that's happened, I do believe. And then the second one is my buddy Mike on there, the guy that said I complain too much, left another comment. I appreciate the comments. It gives me something to talk about. Thank you. But the comment yesterday was, why don't I ever park at or near a mall? Well, I left a comment for him and said most of our pickups and drop-offs are not in an urban area. I know you see some of them are, but most of them are not. They're in industrial parks. They're at steel mills that are far away from anything else. Lumber yards that are far away from anything else. They're out in the middle of the woods. Sheetrock companies that are out in the middle of nowhere, down where the gypsum is. I mean, we don't go to these places that are in town a lot. Now we go through these cities and stuff like that, but I don't like parking in a city. It's just the truck stops get congested really quick. I mean, like early in the day, start in Houston, Dallas, Oklahoma City. These major cities like this, they start getting packed in like 3-4 o'clock in the afternoon, and I'm not ready to stop at that time. I prefer to stay 30 minutes to an hour outside of a big city, because you can still find a place to park 6, 7, 8 o'clock at night, where inside the city you just can't. There's a lot of crime that goes on in the cities, and I don't want to deal with that, especially at a mall. I mean, you got kids that are running all over the place, up to who knows what. It's just not a safe place to be. Malls are extremely hard to get into with a 70-foot truck and trailer. They build them to wind around the mall. They build the roads to wind around the mall, and they usually have trees and berms and planters and that kind of stuff, and it's just hard to get into. It's just, I understand your thinking, but you have to understand that an 80,000-pound truck, that's and trailer and freight is not the easiest thing to maneuver in a tight space, especially a split axle. The guys that have never driven a split axle and all they've driven are dry vans or reefers, they don't quite understand how difficult it is to back one of these things in or to actually get it to maneuver around something. They don't maneuver on a 90 degree. They don't pivot very well. It's a different monster. So, it doesn't suit itself well to be able to get in and out of those places. If you remember, if you've watched my vlog for, the last 6-7 months or so, if you remember, I parked at a Flying J back in December that was near a mall. And I dropped my trailer, I put the lock on it, and I went down, I PC'd down to the mall, which was about 3 miles down the road, and I went and watched a movie. I came back and they were going to tow my trailer because I had dropped it. And, you know, that got me to thinking about, you know, if I've got to do that, if I'm going to do that again, I'll take an Uber, which would be much easier, but it just didn't dawn on me that that was going to happen, right? So, you know, it's, I'm just a little gun shy on actually doing any of that. But I'm not really one to want to walk around a mall anyway. I did that when I was a teenager, you know, in my early 20s. You know, it's a mall doesn't thrill me like maybe some people. You know, it just doesn't. I don't care. You know, I can do all of my shopping online. I don't have to shop anywhere. You know, if I want to go see a movie, I can go to a movie theater. But right now, it's a moot point because nothing is open. So there's no point in stopping at a mall. You know. But anyway, also, he said I didn't pre-plan very well. I'm like, well, I don't know how much more pre-planning you need me to do. I know where I'm going. I know where I've been. I know what roads I'm going to take. You know, the only thing I've got is the occasional road work that I've got to avoid or maneuver around. And, you know, GPS and a map's not going to tell you where road work's at. Just not going to do it. So, trust me, I planned my trip out well enough to get me from here to there in the shortest amount of time and the shortest amount of miles that I feel comfortable doing. So, but yeah, you know, it just, and don't get me wrong, I appreciate the comments. I do. You know, and I hope you appreciate my explanation of your questions. So, keep them coming. Gives me stuff to talk about. I appreciate it. You know, and if you've not commented below or hit that subscribe button, please do so. I'm talking to you. I see you back there watching the video, not subscribing. Hit that subscribe button. I've got a haircut scheduled for this afternoon, so let's go do that. Let's go. Okay, so we have made it to the BB Walmart here in my hometown of BB. And as you can see, my hair is still long. So I went in to get my hair cut, and they told me over the phone that I had to wear a mask. Okay, no problem. I have a mask. I wear a mask. So I get here and I check in, and then they come over with a notebook wanting to know my address and email address and phone number for the CDC to track contact tracing crap. I'm not doing that. That infringes on my rights as a U.S. citizen, as a private citizen. I'm not doing that. I'm not giving my name and phone number and address and all that stuff to individuals for a damn haircut. I will grow my hair out long. I don't care. I'm not doing it. You give them a little bit, and they're going to take a lot. I don't know if they can even legally do that. So, they don't get my money, and I don't get my haircut. It's that simple. I've got everything checked. We're unhooked. Let's go to the house. Actually, the house is that way. Okay, so there's a development on the haircut. Ow. I gotta move the seat back. My wife's hairdresser is gonna cut my hair. So that's where I'm going. I got my hair cut. Yay. Woo! Turn it off. I got my hair cut. This is my wife's hairdresser. Her name's Regan. She did a good job. Appreciate you. All right, we're headed to the house. That's going to be the end of today's video. I'll see you guys Sunday. And tomorrow we'll have bonus footage. See ya.